everybody. Welcome to Get Known. And today I have with me a woman who is an entrepreneur. She is a spokesperson. She is a host. I believe she's a singer. We're going to find out a little bit about that in just a second. Very interesting story. Please welcome Kimi Weintraub. Kimi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So let's get to the basics. Where are you from?
I am from Lake Worth, Florida. I was born in New York, but I'm basically a Florida girl. I've been here almost my entire life.
Entrepreneur, spokesperson, host, singer. Was this something you always knew you wanted to do, or did nature just sort of take you in that?
It's so interesting because a lot of people say like, oh my God, of course you wanted to be that since you were a kid. You naturally do it. You love it so much. But it was totally by accident. So a lot of people don't know this about me because I keep it pretty hidden now, but I've been a singer my whole life. So I went to performing arts high school for classical voice and doing opera my whole life. Since I was 10 with my best friend, I was in an acoustic duo and we would travel the city doing corporate events, weddings, everything that you can name. And I was booking all of these jobs. So one day I told my best friend, this was, I guess maybe it was 5 years ago. We were doing it for so long. I said, I'm sick of booking these jobs. Maybe I can get someone else to help us. So I go to an agent, sit down, and the first thing he says to me, and I'll never forget it because it was so uncomfortable, he says, Kimi, have you ever considered modeling? And I'm like, first of all, no one's ever asked me that. I never had any self-esteem.
Nobody's ever asked you that?
First, I had no self-esteem at that time. And it's a little bit better now, but not exactly. And I said, absolutely never. Never have I considered it. I know nothing about the industry. It would make me really uncomfortable. He goes, look, I'll book you on a couple jobs, see if you like it. It's no pressure, and we'll see what happens. Of course, I get my first job, and I'm like, oh my God, where has this been my whole life? It was the best job in the world.
You believe very much in making your own breaks, don't you?
Yeah.
How does that manifest for you? How do you do that?
So it's funny, based on that, like he brought me to a job. I had, a couple jobs here and there, and I just knew how much I loved it. I actually got booked for a job I'll never forget. It was teaching kids how to brush their teeth on camera. So it was like, it was my first time seeing a teleprompter. Like, this is so exciting. Yeah. Oh my God. I did the job, and right when we finished, I went up to the producer and I said, this was the most fun I've ever had in my life. How do I do this more often? How do I get more of these jobs? And he goes, listen, sweetie, these jobs are going to be really hard to come by. Just keep doing what you're doing, and maybe one day you'll get one. That night, I went to my husband and I said, I want to build a studio. I need to do this. I need to have my fate in my own hands.
So you have your own studio?
I went on Amazon. Even if you don't have a lot of money, I got a couple of $100 lights. I got a little cheapy camera. I had an iPad, and I started making my own commercials a week later from my house.
What does it take to be good at what you do?
Well, you gotta love it. You have to love it. I tell my husband every day, and he makes fun of me for it. And he's like, stop saying that to people. I would do it for free every single day.
That's a big element of success, I think. By the way, if people want to find you, how do they do that?
Oh, I'm on Instagram every minute of every day at Kimi Weintraub, and you can see my family, you can see my jobs, you can see everything that I'm doing on Instagram.
All right, well here, we believe that people want to work with people that they know and no pressure, people that they like. So, just a few quick questions about you. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Butter pecan or mint chocolate chip?
Mint chocolate chip.
Most overrated food?
Italian food.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I thought you weren't going to ask me hard questions. Hot dog is not a sandwich.
You get a pass.
Okay, it's not a sandwich.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Superwoman.
Something you learned as a child that you'll never forget?
Something that I've learned as a child that my mom used to always say to me that I take with me for everything that I do is start now, get perfect later. Don't wait too long to make your dreams come true. No one has it all figured out in the beginning. So if you have a dream, start now, get those cheap lights, put your green sheet up on the wall and get started. You will be so happy you did.
I heard you're a singer. Can I just have a few notes?
When we turn the cameras on, 100%.
Really? Okay. Once again, how do they get in touch with you?
Kimi Weintraub on Instagram.
You got a bright future ahead of you. I can see it. You sparkle. You're smart. You're talented. You know what you're doing. You're well skilled. What a pleasure it is to have you stop by today. Thank you so much, Kimi.
Thank you so much. I loved this.
For Get Known Video and Kim Weintraub, I'm John Burke. We'll see you up the road.